Hello and welcome to the Beef and Lamb Market Update for November, brought to you by the AHDB Market Intelligence team. After a volatile and tricky summer, cattle prices recovered slightly while lamb prices have been following seasonal trends. To get things started, let's take a look at the beef sector. After an uncharacteristic drop in prime cattle prices during the summer, the price has since recovered going into the winter housing period. In the 2 months following the low price of the summer, the GB all-prime average price regained 17p to reach 370 pence per kilo in the last week of September. This is the second highest weekly average of 2018 and most likely driven by lower slaughterings throughout September. Since then, the price has eased a little in the first 2 weeks of October. This is normal for the time of year as cattle coming off grass enter the market as producers weigh up housing options. This has been exacerbated this year for obvious reasons. In the first 2 weeks of October, around 4,000 extra prime cattle are estimated to have been slaughtered, compared to 2017, an increase of 6%. With this in mind, the prime cattle price has actually held up rather well, remaining slightly above the 2017 price and over 5p above the 5-year average. Unlike the prime cattle price, the cow price never fully recovered to pre-summer levels, although it was coming down from a particularly high price. It did rally a little, but was relatively short-lived, and in recent weeks has been dropping sharply, falling over 16p between the middle of September and the second week of October. Much like prime cattle, estimated cow slaughterings are much higher than usual going into the housing period. During September and the first 2 weeks of October, estimated cow slaughterings were over 10% higher than in 2017. Taking into account cow slaughterings have been higher for much of the year, estimated slaughterings in the year are 30,000 head more than in 2017, which was already a high year for cow slaughterings. Due to this, we are now expecting a noticeable decline in the breeding herd as a whole, which is explained in more detail in the October Beef Outlook, a link to which is in the description. Lower prime slaughterings in September and a lower carcass weight for cows has resulted in total beef and veal production in September being marginally lower than 2017, totalling 73,500 tonnes. Moving on to the lamb sector, the lamb price also fell sharply over the summer, dropping below both last year's price and the 5-year average. Since then, the price has become more in line with seasonal trends and most recently has gone slightly above year-earlier levels. As of the 18th of October, the GB live weight SQQ averaged just shy of 168 pence per kilo. The price this time of year trends to be fairly steady, lifting slightly towards the end of the year. Reports are suggesting that live weight markets are seeing a lot of variation in the level of finish and therefore price of lambs coming through the rings. This could mean the average price may not have been achieved by more producers than usual, with higher variations than normal. This year has been a volatile one for the lamb sector, with much higher numbers of old season lambs at the start of the year carried over from 2017. Then, in March, when the beast from the east hit, heavy losses of ewes and some old season lambs resulted in the price skyrocketing. Since then, throughputs have suffered all year, and as we stand now, estimated slaughterings in the year to date are around 330,000 head lower than in 2017. This is quite a swing considering at the end of March 230,000 more lambs had already been killed. Lower slaughterings have continued in September, down 15% year on year, and as a result, total mutton and lamb production for the year to September is down 11,000 tonnes to total 205,000 tonnes. That's it for this month's market update. Thanks for watching, and if you would like to keep up to date each week on the latest developments in the beef and lamb markets, please email the team on the address below.